Hello everyone, welcome Grammar Supers. I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. Today we have a two very important topics that are basic or necessary for us to learn in the English language. Before we start learning about these two topics, I want to thank to StreamYard. Thanks to this application, we are able to stream live to this topic, and I welcome all the people that are viewing this grammar lessons. And also I want to thank to Microsoft, which is a great tool for all teachers, including me, and also YouTube, which is thanks to this platform, we're able to send all these different videos and we can produce them for all the people that needs this type of explanations. Well, today we have a brief explanation about the participle adjectives, as you may see it here in the whiteboard. I hope you guys are doing pretty well. Remember that you guys can always take your notes. So if you have a notebook, a piece of paper, so you guys can practice and follow the class. Anyway, let's start. I'm gonna write here. The topic is participle adjectives. Yes. What are these? Participle adjectives. Basically, they are words that can, or endings that can help us use them as a description of something. Remember that an adjective is used to describe. Yes, to describe something or describe nouns, in other words. Yes, guys. So basically, the participle adjectives are participle verbs that can be used as describing nouns. So we can use them to describe nouns. Yes. So a participle has two different forms. You can have a present participle. Yes, that's how we call it. Present participle, and also we have past participles. Past participles. I'm gonna write it here. Past participles. So what do the present participles look like? So this type of present, or this type of words, they end up in, or they are verbs that end in ing, and the past participles, they end in ed. Yes, let me put an example. For example, if you have the word surprise. Yes, let me write it here too. Surprise. So if you have the word surprise and you want to end it with ing, you will say surprising. Yes, surprising. Yes, and if you use it in the past participle, you will say surprised. Yes, that's how we basically use it. We have the ending ed, and in the other one we have the ending with ing. I'm sorry for my handwriting. It's not. I know it's not the best one we can do, but well, I'm doing my best, guys, so you guys can follow. If there is any comment, you just let me know in the comments over there. Just post it. You guys are welcome. So let me give an example using surprising. For example, we can say the game yesterday the game yesterday the game yesterday was surprising. Yes, so as you can see here, I'm using the ing form here. The game yesterday was surprising. Yes, or I also can say the game surprised everyone. Yes, or I can say everyone was surprised. Was surprised by the game, of course. Yes, so the game surprised everyone. You see, so I'm using, or I'm describing something here. Yes, I'm gonna circle it, right? The ing, the ending, and surprise with ed. So as you can see here, so I have surprising and surprise. But what am I saying here? What is the difference? Let me write here the question here. What's the difference? Yes, and probably if you guys have previous lessons, you probably will remember how to use it. But when I use ing, yes, I am trying to describe I'm describing something, something. Yes, or even a person. I'm describing something, an object, an animal, or a person itself, but I'm describing it. Yes, but if I say with it ed, when I say surprised, I'm talking about the feelings of someone. So how was everyone feeling in the game? Everyone was surprised. I'm describing the feelings, the feelings. Yes, so basically when I have surprise, when I use ed, it's about the feelings. And if I describe with ing, or when I use ing, I'm describing something. Yes, I'm going to put an object here, a cube representing something. Yes, guys, it's something. Yes. So, of course, there are many, many types of verbs, yes, that can end with ed or with ing. For example, I can say shock. Yes, shock here. Yes, in here, the same, shock. Yes. So, when I say shock, I can say shocking. Yes, or I can say shocked, right? Shocked. I can say any of these ones. Yes, for example, I can say the news are really shocking. Yes, talking about bad news or something shocking for the family. Yes, or we can say the family um were the family were shocked by the news, by the terrible news. You see? So that's the way we can use the participle adjectives. I use ing for describing something, as you can see here, shocking. What am I describing here with shocking? I'm describing the news. I'm telling you more information about the news. How were the news? They were shocking, and I put ing. But if I want to describe the feelings of the family here, how was the family feeling about how were the family feeling about the news? So we can say the family were shocked. They were shocked by the news. You see, I'm describing the family's feelings. You see, that's why I use shocked. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you guys don't have well, I hope you guys are following what I'm explaining. And well, for those who are just watching the video, so we're talking about participle adjectives. Now it's time for us to practice a little bit. Okay, I hope you guys are following. Uh, are you guys listening? Well, is everything pretty much? Is it? Can you guys hear me? Well, hope you guys can hear me. Anyway, so it's ing and ed. Now let's do an exercise. Time for us to practice a little bit. Okay, I have an exercise here. It's a conversation. Let me zoom it a little bit more so you guys can see. And here we go. We have it. We have a dialogue here. It says participial adjectives ending in ed and with ing. Okay, I have to be able to lock this. No, yes, lock. I already blocked it, so we don't have to move it. All right, we have it. We have a conversation between some people. Here it says participial adjectives ending with ing, ed, and with ing. Yeah, so we have to identify if we want to add ed or ing. So we have circle the correct word. Yes, Ramon, Alex, and Emma are having a conversation. Ramon says, wow, this is really interested or interesting. What do you think is the correct answer here? I'm going to give you a few seconds for you to answer. You can send the comments over there. Wow, this is really interested or interesting. What is the correct answer? Okay, I guess you already have the answer. So the correct answer here would be interesting. That's the correct answer. We need to use the present participle form with ing. Why? Because I am describing this, right? I'm describing something. That's why I use ing. Yes? Let's continue. I don't think so. I am bored or boring. So what is the correct answer? Bored or boring? Are you describing? Remember, guys. So we have to remember that when we use ed, I am describing the feelings of the feelings of the person, the animal. Yes, but if I use ing, I describe something. Yes, something itself, an object. Not necessarily an object, it can be a personality or an abstract idea. So, what's the correct answer? I don't think so. I am bored or boring. Okay, I think you guys got enough time. So it says, I don't think so. I am bored. That is the correct answer. Exactly. I know you guys did it right. It's bored because you are describing the feelings of the person. Yes, so you use ed. Yes, come on, you two, let's go and see the fish. And Ramon says, fish. And Emma answers, yes, fish. There are some really surprised or surprising ones. Which one do you think is the correct answer? Surprised or surprising? Correct, exactly. There are some really surprising ones. Yes, so remember that I'm describing something. I'm describing the fish. Yes, I'm describing the fish. They are surprising. And then Ramon answers, how can a fish be surprised or surprising? Surprised or surprising? Exactly. Surprising. That is the correct answer. Yes, how can a fish be surprising? Yes, I'm not if I were answering with surprised, that means that I want to express the feelings of the fish, but that's not really the intention of of Ramon. I mean of Emma, sorry. Yes, that is not the intention of him. The intention is to express the types of fish that you probably will find there. That's why the answer is surprising. I'm describing the fish, not the feelings of the fish. And then, well, let's continue with the conversation. It says sa- Emma says, "Trust me, you'll find it absolutely fascinated or fascinating." What is the correct answer here? Exactly. That's right. It's fascinating. That is the correct answer. Fascinating is with ing. Yes, trust me, you will find it absolutely fascinating. Yes, we're talking about the fish. Yes. Now it says here a little later, let's suppose these three people are already in the place. Yes, I'm sorry. They are coming back from the fishing. Yes, they were doing some fish. And well, it says Ramon, that was amazed or amazing. What is the correct answer here? Amazed or amazing? Correct. That's amazing. We are describing the event. Yes, the experience was amazing. We are describing the experience here. How was the experience? It was amazing. That's why I write it with ing. And then we have Alex. Alex continues. Yes, it was. I was fascinated or fascinating. Let me complete the whole sentence. Yes, it was. I was fascinated or fascinating by all the different colors and shapes. The correct answer is Fascinated. Yes, we are describing the feelings of the person. Alex's feelings. Yes, Alex is describing his feelings, right? Yes, it was. I was fascinated, right, by all the different colors and shapes. Then Ramon continues, I want to go look at the dinosaurs. And Alex says, yes, that will be excited or exciting. What is the correct answer here? Exactly. Exciting is the correct answer. Why? Because I'm describing the going to the dinosaurs, right? So the event, the situation. Yes. So that is exciting. And then continues Emma. Emma continues, you guys go. I'm gonna have a drink in the cafe. I'm really tired or tiring. What is the correct answer? Correct. Tired. That is a correct because it's describing the feelings of Emma, as you can see here. Yes, you guys go. I'm gonna have a drink in the cafe. I'm really tired. Okay, see you later. Okay, guys. So if you let me, I'm gonna read the complete dialogue. Ramon says, "Wow, this is really interesting." I don't think so. I'm bored. Come on, you two. Let's go and see the fish. Fish? Yes, fish. There are some really surprising ones. How can a fish be surprising? Trust me, you'll find it absolutely fascinating. A little later. That was amazing. Yes, it was. I was fascinated by all the different colors and shapes. I want to go at the I want to go and I'm sorry. I want to go look at the dinosaurs. Yes, that will be exciting. You guys go. I'm gonna have a drink in the cafe. I'm really tired. Okay, see you later. And that's pretty much the ending, guys. So that was, I hope you guys are coining the term here. So that's the participle adjectives, and we enormously use them like in everyday English. So are you guys listening to me? I hope you guys are following and everything is technically working properly. Yes. And well, let's continue. We have the second topic today, which is modal verbs. It's another very, very, very typical topic, guys. And I hope you guys are following and taking notes about this. So if you remember, guys, you can always leave some comments over there, so you're free to do it. And if you have a particular topic that you want me to guys to explain, I'm really glad to explain it for you guys, and I'm helping on your studying. If you guys have an exam for recently, so I can always help you with that. It's my pleasure to help you guys, and welcome. Let's continue. So we already talked about the participle adjectives, and our second topic is the modal verbs. Let me move this away a little bit. And well, the modal verbs basically, it's a very, very typical topic in basically many classes, in many topics in English. If you guys are having English at school, you will see that modal verbs is part of the English program. And there are many uses we can have. Let me just write an example here. For example, let's say it's Tony. I'll write an example. Tony um, watches watches TV on Sundays. Okay, Tony watches TV on Sundays, right? So that's how he spends his Sundays. Right? He watches TV. That's like a routine. Yes, that's what I'm expressing here. I'm talking about a routine, or I'm talking about a habit, right? He has this habit. Yeah, I'm expressing a habit here. So by saying in the present here, so I'm saying Tony watches TV on Sundays, and also I express, or I give reference of the time, which is on Sundays. You see here, I'm giving reference. But what happens with the modal verbs? What is a modal verb in the first place? As you can see here, it changes, right, the mode. It gives a mode. Yeah, it gives a mode to the verb. That's basically what they do. Yes. For example, here. So here, well, this is a regular. This is just a verb. Yes. This is a verb. Yes, that's an action. Yes, Tony watches. But if I use a modal verb, for example, if I say Tony mustn't watch TV on Sundays. Yes. So if I add, you can see here there is this. I had to add something here. Yes. Tony mustn't watch TV on Sundays. Now the sentence changes or changes its mode. The verb changes its mode. This is the same verb. It's watching, and in here I'm using a modal. I'm using a modal verb. Yes, before it. And what happens with the sentence? As you can see here, what happens with the sentence? It changes the mode of the verb. It changes the meaning of the verb. And what am I trying to say here? If I say Tony mustn't watch TV on Sundays, this sounds like a prohibition, like it's forbidden, right? So this is how it sounds. It's not a habit anymore. I'm just expressing a prohibition. Prohibition, as you can see here. Yes, Tony mustn't watch TV on Sundays. And well, there are many modal verbs. Yes, there are many of them. It's must, for example. Yes, I have also mustn't, right? The one that we were using. But well, let's start tackling with these ones. Yes, let's start with must. What does must mean here? Must expresses obligation. Yes, it expresses a especially a personal obligation. Yes, what does that mean, or how does it work? For example, I can say this we can say the police officers, the police the police officer must follow the plan. Yes, the police officer must follow the plan. It's his personal obligation. Yes, that's what he was committed to do. Yes, he must follow the plan, right? You see? Personal obligation. Another example of a personal obligation can be, for example, I must learn Korean. Yes, it's your personal. So you want, it's your own goal. Nobody is making you do that, right? So that's why we use must in here, because I'm expressing a personal obligation. Yes, and well, as you can see, I use the verb in the base form. So I don't have to write it with ing, for example. I must learning, that is not correct. So if I say I must learning, if I conjugate it this way, this is not right. So I have to use the base form of the verb. The same happens here. So I cannot say following. Following. This is incorrect. This is not right. Okay, guys. Well, this is the first one. We're gonna learn like a few of them, like maybe five. That will be a good number. So there are many modal verbs, but we're just gonna see some of them, so we don't want to like overwhelm you with a lot of information here. But mustn't, for example, here, which expresses, they express, or mustn't, right? It's must not, so it's the same as must not. Just be careful, because some people might actually misunderstand or confuse it with must as in the superlative forms, and it's not the superlative forms. It's must. It's a modal verb. So what does this express? As you can see here, the mode that it gives to the verb, it's a prohibition. Yes, as we already saw it here in the previous example, right? It's prohibition. Yes, for example, I can say we can say, oh, Lorraine mustn't wear jeans in the office. Yes, there is a rule for that. It's prohibited to wear jeans in the office. Why? Because she is actually working for a very, very important company. So Lorraine mustn't wear jeans, and the company has its rules. They have a code, right? They have a how do you call it? It's I forgot that word. It's they have a code. Well, I hope I can remember. They have a code for dressing up. It's mustn't wear, as you can see here. Yes, mustn't and wear. Yes, so as you can see, I'm talking about prohibition. Well, guys, this is the second one, and there are way more modal verbs. For example, I have can, right? Actually, can, when you use can, we're talking about ability. Also, we can use may, or we can also use might. Yes, for to express possibility, possibilities, possibility. For example, I can say it might rain today. It might rain today. Or we can say we may get a good score. Score. Yes. Now talking about can here, particularly can, it has a different use in here. So we can also use can for ability when a person has an ability to do something. Yes. For example, we can say um, the students the students can play chess very well. You see, I'm talking about an ability here, and I'm not talking about a possibility. Yes, it's actually a fact that they can play very well. You see, and I'm using the modal verb and the verb itself, the main verb, the modal verb and the main and the verb. You see, so that's how we can use the can modal verb. Now, guys, I think it's well. There's one more. There's one more modal verb that I want you to that I want to show you. It's the have to, don't have to. Yes, don't or doesn't have to, which is about not necessary when something is not really necessary. For example, you don't have to eat to binge on all the chips. You see, you don't have to binge on all the chips, right? Or you can say they don't have to arrive early. They don't have to arrive early. It's your decision. I mean, we're not asking you to do it. It's not a rule. You just have to arrive on the time. That's it. Yes, but early is not really necessary here. Yes, so as you can see here, I'm using don't have to, and I'm using the verb binge on. And here I'm using the negative form don't have to, and I'm talking about arriving early. So it's not really necessary to do that. Yes, those are the most important modal verbs we can use. Now let's practice a little bit. Yes, so we can uh, make sure that we understand them. Yes, for example, here we have fill in the blanks with must, mustn't, don't have to, should or shouldn't, might, can or can't. We're gonna do a few of them. Yes, you don't have to do all of them. Let's check it here. Let's go here. It's number one. It says Rose and Ted be good players. They have won hundreds of cups. Rose and Ted be good players. They have won hundreds of cups. So we can say here, Rose and Ted must be good players. They have won hundreds of cups. I mean, you are very sure about it. Yes, you're 100% sure. Number two, you pay to use the library. It's free. You see here, it's free. You have to pay. Yes, it's not necessary. So you don't have to. Number three, I'm not sure where my wife is at the moment. She be at her dance class. In here, I can use the modal verb might because it's a possibility. I'm not certain. I'm not completely certain about it. So she might be at her dance class. Number four, Jerry be working today. He never works on Sundays. He never works on Sundays. And what day is today? Sunday. So for in this sentence, the correct answer will be must. Oh no, wait, in here. I'm sorry. I made a mistake here. This is not right because if today is Sunday, he's not working, right? So the correct answer should be can't. He can't be working. So he's not in the office because he never works on Sundays. Yeah, you guys are correct. Number five, it says you be 18 to see that film. What do you think here, guys? What is the correct answer? You be 18 to see that film. What do you think is the correct answer? Must, mustn't, don't have to, should, shouldn't, might, can, or can't. You must be, right? Because it's an obligation. You must be 18 to see that film. If you are 16 or 15, you can't. Number six, you hear this story. It's very funny. Is it an obligation? Which one do you think it's better? Exactly. It's should. When you use should or shouldn't, you are expressing it's a good idea. It's not like an obligation itself, but it's a good idea to do it. Yes, or not to do it. That's why I'm using should. Number seven, Dad, go and see a doctor. His cough is getting worse all the time. Which one do you think is the correct answer? Exactly. Again, it's should. It's a good idea to go and see a doctor. His cough is getting worse all the time. It's not an obligation, but it's should. Number eight, you don't have to shout. I hear you very well. In this case, will be can because it's an ability. You are expressing an ability of the person. Number nine, it be him. I saw him a week ago and he didn't look like that. Look at the background here. It says it be him. I saw him a week ago and he didn't look like that. So the correct answer is can't. So it's not possible. If you say can't, you are expressing also it's not possible. It's not possible. That's why I'm using can't. It can't be him. And number 10 is the last one. You look pretty tired. I think you must. Do you think that's correct? Exactly. No, it's not correct. It's a good idea to do it because it's not an obligation. That's right. So I think you should go to bed early tonight, but it's not really an obligation. That's why we're gonna finish right now, guys, so you guys can go to bed early. All right. Well, I hope you guys have understood the topic. As I mentioned before, I hope you guys have taken your notes and you can study and practice a little bit more. Guys, there's a lot of there are a lot of resources in the web, so you guys can continue checking. Yes, there are there's a lot of material you guys can grab. And well, today what we were learning about was the participle adjectives, and as you can see here, they describe nouns. The present participles are used with ing, and the past participles are described with ed. When I use ing, I express or I describe something. When I use ed, I describe the feelings. For example, the game yesterday was surprising. The news are really shocking. I'm describing something. When I say, for example, past participle, the game surprised everyone, I'm describing the feelings. Everyone was surprised, as you can see here. Yes, I'm describing the feelings. It's talking about the feelings. It's all about it. The family were shocked by the news. I'm using ed because we're talking about the feelings of the family. That's how we can use it. Now, also, we were learning about the modal verbs. We were learning some modal verbs, and as I mentioned, the modal verbs give you they help you to change the mode of the verb, as you can see here. Mode of the verb. What verb? As you can see in the first example, it says Tony watches TV on Sundays. I'm talking about a habit. Yes, but if I use a modal verb, I change the meaning. Tony mustn't watch TV on Sundays. I'm talking about a prohibition here. There are many types of modal verbs. As you can see, I was explaining must for personal obligation, mustn't for prohibition, can, may, or might for possibility, and also can be used for abilities. Don't have to expresses something that is not really necessary. And that's pretty much all what we were learning today, guys. And well, I hope you guys have understood. As I mentioned before, these don't forget to like and also give me some comments. And if you guys want to learn about a particular topic, I am you guys are welcome to comment anything about these videos, and maybe we can add something else so you guys can enjoy while watching. Well, that was pretty much all for today, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and thanks again for all what you guys were following in the video and do your participation. Have a great day, and I hope you guys. I hope I can see you the next time in Grammar Soup. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.